Good evening, friends. First of all, I would like to share one thing. I'm really feeling important and very glad by standing on this circle. It feels like I'm a VIP. Why? Because I'll tell you why. There is a reason behind it. Maybe many of you are successful people. They have reached to a level. I'm yet to. But when I stand over here and when I think about my past, my history, I feel, how did I reach here? So basically, let me tell you about myself. My name is Nishant Kumbhatil and I'm from Mumbai. I am a metal artist. What I do for a living is I make sculptures out of, I can say nothing. Can you guess what is it? Scraps. People who throw the scraps, automobile parts, nuts, bolts, I assemble it, I join it, and I make some art piece out of it. So that is what my forte is. But to reach to this juncture, it was not an easy task. I did not had any godfather or any support who can take me to a very good institute and teach me. But I'll tell you how did I reach to this level. I was very bad in academics. I am a college dropout many times. Nobody knows this. I come from a family of blacksmiths. My grandfather, my father, we were all into making of machine parts. And my grandfather, who came from Kerala, got settled in Mumbai, and through his own skills and dedication, he started his own company. Then my dad started his own workshop. And due to some unfortunate reasons, it got devastated, you can say, and things didn't work well. So during my teenage time, I went through a lot of hardships, but I was always there with my dad. Hello. Okay, I'll continue. Okay. So during my teenage time, I used to go with my dad in his workshop, and I used to learn things, and I used to help him, because those were the struggling times. So instead of keeping a worker, he thought, let him be there and let him learn. So during those days, I started my work by sweeping the floor, cleaning the workshop, learning somewhat of making machine parts through turning, fitting, delivering some items. Like, I've done all the odd jobs like hamal, getting things, petrol bharna, ye, wo, everything. And then I happened to, my father said, you cannot learn more over here because the business is not running good. Plus, we need to have some income. So that is how he told me to go and work under my uncle. So in Worli, I used to work under him, and I learned most of the process of making imported machine parts. Although these were all made through small machines, like lathe machine and all, but I learned the basics of welding, how to temper the metal and all. But finally, what I realized was, at the age of 18, 19, I was doing a blue-collar job. My shirt, my pant was always used to be black, with oil, this and that. And whenever I used to see my friends, I used to feel very bad about myself. Like, they are working in corporates, they can speak English, they are so presentable. So for me, I was feeling very odd about it. Then one fine day I decided things are not going good over here. I've been working since last 2 or 3 years, and I'm still, during that time I used to earn around 1,000 or 1,200 per month. So it was always there, a vacuum inside, like, what next? So I had to take a leap of faith, and I thought, let me learn something, because ये तो सब ठीक सीख लिया, but I need to learn some corporate thing, some sales. So that is how I joined sales and marketing. Even during those days, it was quite difficult because my English was pathetic, quite pathetic. And also, I was a very shy guy. See, for a sales guy, if his English is pathetic, it doesn't matter. But if he's a shy guy, you cannot sell anything. You cannot show your face. So my boss, he trained me like how to accept failures, how to go, how to get rejected. And that is how I started persevering and trying and trying and trying, started selling SIM cards. I started selling SIM cards, door to door. And after a few years, I saw an ad in the newspaper about they needed some person to teach sales and marketing for an NGO. And I went over there, I cracked it in the first attempt, and I got selected over there. So it was 7 or 10 years I've been working in NGO sector in various projects. But friends, you know what? Deep within me, I always felt that this is not I wanted to do. This is not me. Salary mil raha hai, sab theek hai. And the worst part was that there was no growth. My job was always on a contractual basis. I have to be on the mercy of my bosses. As अभी थोड़ी देर पहले बाला ने कहा था कि never beg for job, and I never liked doing that. I'm a very self-esteem person, so I couldn't see myself like asking for a job or when I'm jobless. So that was one more thing which like kept pinching me a lot. So one fine day, so what happened is that after a few years of working, I got a leave from my job. Leave in the sense, the contract got terminated, and I had to be jobless for almost a year and a half, which was very, very depressing. During that time, those were the teenage times, those were the good times. So I was in a relationship, so that relationship broke out because you were not earning and she couldn't see any future in me. I remember she saying that, Nishant, when we marry and when we have a kid, so when we have to take him or her for the admission, what are you going to say? You're not that qualified. And what will be your future? So that is which decided the future. So, but I tell you friends, see, this is not, I'm not saying this to like, मेरा कुछ दुख भरी दास्तां सुनाने के लिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. But since many of you are youngsters over here, I have some message for you guys. Is that never give up. Never, ever, ever give up. That is what the funda I always kept in mind. So that was the point where I felt, when people can reject me for these things, why shouldn't I have something for which I am the chooser? I shouldn't be the beggar. I got enough time to think and realize that, see, I don't want to get into the same job again and live the rest of my life struggling like this or being at someone's mercy. तो मैंने सोचा कि हर एक के पास है ना कुछ स्किल्स होते हैं, हर एक के पास. It's not only academics, it's not only the things what we learn in the college or institutes. There are certain things, but what happens right from our birth till the time we into our job, we take those things in the backseat. Like some people are good at writing, poem, arts, crafts, but these are always taken as a extracurricular activity. I realized, okay, I come from a family of blacksmiths, these things are in my blood. I am passionate about sketching, I'm passionate about making things. So why not try something of starting something of my own? That time my mom was my biggest critic because she worried a lot. She said कि नहीं पहले job ले ले, शादी कर ले, उसके बाद सोचो. बोला कि क्यों? शादी के बाद मेरा responsibility बढ़ जाएगा. I can't even dare. Right now I can dare. I can dare to make mistakes. Shadi ke baad you cannot do anything. So I said, this is the right time. So when I was idle sitting at my home for around 1.5 years, I was not actually idle. I started learning internet marketing on my computer. I started learning, making blogs, which helped me. Now when I think my journey right from beginning till now, I see a connection. So what happened is that I made a blog mentioning that like, this is my business. I kept the company name as Leo Enterprises, which was not even registered. And I mentioned that I'm into making of artistic items and gift items. The first call what I received was from Bala. I did some Google AdWords, and first call I received was from Bala, and I just casually put it. And I was on my bike, I was going somewhere. I received a call, he said, like, we want to make certain things. I said, yes, sir, ho jayega. I didn't even know what he wants to make. Ho jayega. Then he sent me the drawings and all, and that was my first deal. This one and one chef trophy. And then it was not looking back. That time I never knew what is VAT, what are registrations, what is a current account, nothing. I just jumped because I had no choice. You have to do it. When you have this thing in mind that you have to do it, things will fall in place. वो बोलते हैं ना कायनात मिल जाती है काम कराने के लिए, things will fall in place. So since then, I'm in 2008 or something, till now. Now I am into making of sculptures, metal arts, fiber sculptures, 3D wall arts. I make for high net individuals, architects, 5-star hotels. So all these things I do at my workshop in Mulund. I'll tell you my recent achievements. Like 3 or 4 years back, I have been called by one company, and they said like they want to make a sculpture of a Ganesha, which has to be made out of automobile parts, which I never did. But I knew about like when I focus on certain things, which is my passion, I will be able to get some results out of it. I said, okay, ma'am, I'll be able to do it. She said it should be an abstract sculpture and it should be 6 feet tall and all. I said, okay, let me think. Give me a day's time. And after a day's time, I got back to her. I said, madam, I think I'll be able to make it, and I'll be able to make it better than what you're thinking. So she liked my confidence. She said, will you? Like, yeah. And then, but then there was something which wasn't told, but she said later that like we have only 30 days. I said, ma'am, you want me to make a 6-foot tall Ganesha sculpture? Such things would at least need 65 to 70 days. No, this is what the client wants. Because they have some Ganesha festival coming and they have some promotion activity which will happen in Goregaon, Obera Mall. I said, fine. Because I wanted to do this because I wanted to prove. I took it, I sat with my team. I had selected few good welders. I have like handpicked these people because I know like how I can use them for my work. Now since during my childhood, I had learned these things, now it's easier for me to execute things from them. I don't have to exactly go and stay there. But when I stand at my workshop, I know which part goes where and how it has to shape up. Day and night we worked, and we made a 6-foot tall Ganesha sculpture. And to my surprise, when I put this work of mine in video and Facebook, it went viral. And it had been published in various English, Marathi newspaper, and that particular piece is been kept in one museum in Delhi now. Second thing, the same company, then they got confidence in me. After a few years, they again came back to me. They said, now we want to make a Transformer sculpture. Have you seen the movie Transformers? गाड़ी चलता है and robot बन जाता है. Lucky, we want to make a Transformer sculpture, and this is for one truck company, and the parts has to be made through truck parts. So for me, the challenge was truck parts se to banayenge, but I knew the technicalities. To make a sculpture, it has to be mild steel because it is easier to weld and erect. Truck parts are all casted parts. So again, there was a challenge. I said, okay, fine, we'll do it. They sent all their truck parts. I just went over there in their workshop and I selected few items which I liked. They sent it and then we were able to do it. So it was 11 feet tall transformer sculpture. And the company really liked my work. So to cut the long story short, I would like to also share one last thing of mine. Have you heard about Kala Ghoda Art Festival? Kala Ghoda Art Festival? People from Mumbai? So I really wanted to be a part of that. I did not have the money, I did not have any support, but I really wanted to get into that. And then I realized वो festival होने को अभी 15 दिन बाकी है. So I happened to meet one big architect of Mumbai, very namchin. So for some meeting. So I went there, but things did not work out. So when I was coming out, I thought, खाली अब तो नहीं आना है, कुछ ना कुछ तो करना है. So I went again. And I asked the receptionist, who is the marketing manager over here? She said, so-and-so guy is there. So I went to him, I introduced myself, and I told him, this is what I'm doing. He said, yes, good, yeah. So how can I help you? He said, sir, there is this festival coming, Kala Ghoda Art Festival, and I want to make a sculpture. It should be a tree, and it will be very different. And I would love to have some sponsorship from you. So how much? At least 2 lakhs, sir. Boss, we don't do these things. We cannot do that. But my intention was, anyhow, I wanted to get into that so that I can prove myself. It's a festival where thousands of people, they come and they watch the art show. So then I again tried, I told him, okay, sir, the concept what I'm planning to make, it's quite different. I don't think so anybody has made that. It is in my mind, shall I tell you? Give me 5 minutes. He said, okay, tell me. The concept is, I will be making a tree. It will be a people ka tree. Okay? So what? Anybody can make. Yes, sir. But mine will be different. How? I have something in my mind, the tree would be made in such a way that when the breeze flows, the leaves will rotate on its axis. How it would be? So that would be amazing. And second, I have one more offer for you. You sponsor me, I make this tree, I display it over there, and after the event, you keep that thing. I don't want it. Since you are into building construction, you can keep it at your entrance of the building. So he liked that deal. And that I cracked that. So the thing was, for me, during those times, earning was not that important. For me, it was proving myself. So at times, I do take jobs where I have to prove myself. And where I have already proven, I charge good. So that is what my journey is. So till now, I have reached to this level, but what ahead? Dil mange more. So my future plan is, I would like to have a big setup where I would like to get in young candidates who are passionate about art, who have learned right from the ground level, no matter whether they know English, no matter whether they are educated or not, and make a team of good artists so that I reach out to the global market. That is what I'm planning to do. That's it. There are many things to say, but since we have less time, and I was already been told by Bala, let's wrap it up soon. So maybe next time we can meet and we can share something more. Thank you.